Hello everybody, it is the Ghosty Boy, and we have some new exciting information for the Walking Dead Destinies game. And in this video, we are going to be talking about the release date and the new character roster and the weapons they'll be using. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit that lickety like, and if you're new, give it a sippity sub. Comment down below letting me know what you think about the video, and yeah, let's get to it. So in my last video, we didn't have a release date for the Walking Dead Destinies game, but now we finally have a release date, and the release date is November 14th, which is really awesome, but also kind of concerning considering that is only 3 months away, I believe. Obviously, that's still maybe enough time for them to fix some things, but I feel like that's kind of rushing it. I wouldn't mind waiting longer for the game to be fixed a little bit more, considering if you've seen the graphics, it doesn't look the best. For me, it's not all about graphics. I know a lot of you guys have been either saying that the graphics look decent and you're fine with it, or some of you have been saying it looks like Roblox and this is the most ugly looking mobile game ever. But I don't know, I'm not super concerned about that. The biggest thing for me is I want the gameplay to be smooth when I'm killing zombies, or sorry, walkers. As long as it's smooth and everything and runs fine, then I'll be happy with that. I just don't want it to be like a mobile game or just terrible movement with everything. And the price of the game is going to be about $50, which is kind of surprising. I don't know why I thought the game would be a little more cheaper, because most games nowadays are around $50, but I don't know what it is in my head that I thought it would be like 30 or something. But let me know down in the comments if you guys think that $50 is a fair price, or if you guys think it's a little overpriced. I would love to know down in the comments. Personally, once again, I thought it would be maybe a little bit cheaper, but once again, that's not a super big problem. That's fine. $50 for a new game, whatever. I'm just really excited. As much as I kind of wish they would take a little bit more time for development with this game, I'm still excited that it's coming out, and I am going to be playing it so much and making a ton of videos on this channel, so that should be exciting. And now we're going to get on to the character roster. So the first person that we have in the character roster is Rick Grimes. Is that what you want, Carl? Is that what you wish upon our community, Carl? Start the game as Rick and lead the group through the early chapters of the Walking Dead survivors' iconic journey. Will you make the same choices as Rick, or will you forge your own path? And his ranged weapon of choice is a revolver, and then his melee weapon is a bat, apparently. Okay. And then we have Shane Walsh. You got walkers all around you, girl. They're in the woods. Let me tell you something. Why is he still coming? Why is he still coming, Rick? Shane will do whatever it takes to keep the group safe, whether they like it or not. If Shane had been in charge, would more of the original group survived? And his ranged weapon of choice is a shotgun, and his melee weapon of choice is a sledgehammer. And then we have Michonne.
I just couldn't leave this behind. This is too damn gorgeous.
Michonne's melee skills and ability to call bullshit
No more bullshit.
make her an irreplaceable part of that group dynamic. Is Michonne's past the key to changing the course of history? And her ranged weapon of choice is a pistol, and then her melee weapon, of course, would be her katana, which is very awesome. And then we have my favorite boy, Daryl Dixon. That's food. I don't know about it, fucking bitch. Oh, hell no, get that soap away from me. Daryl's tracking and hunting skills are unmatched among the Atlanta survivors. Would Daryl's life be different if Merle made it off the rooftop in one piece? And his ranged weapon of choice is a crossbow, which is the best. We love crossbows. And then his melee weapon of choice is a knife. And then he has that iconic little crab walk thing that he does. I don't know, I'm really excited to play as Daryl. That's one of the characters that I'm going to have a lot of fun with for sure. And then we have Merle Dixon. All you need is me, little brother. Merle's old-fashioned ideas and abrasive personality can cause friction within the group, to say the least. Is there a smart way to harness the chaos he creates? I don't know, honestly. This man is, he says some off-the-wall shit sometimes. Some not okay stuff.
You ought to be more polite to a man with a gun.
Hey, come on, Merle, that's enough.
Come on.
That's good.
Or is the group really better off without him? And his ranged weapon of choice is a pistol, and his melee weapon of choice is a machete. And then we have Carol, and honestly, I love Carol. She goes from being a completely broken person to such a badass in later seasons, and we love Carol. Who doesn't love Carol? She's amazing.
And they will tear you apart and eat you up all while you're still alive. And you'll get cookies. Lots of cookies.
Carol's pragmatism and resourcefulness are crucial for the survival of the group. When the time comes, will you trust the calls she makes or go your own way? I don't know. I mean, I'll trust her.
No one will ever know what happened to you.
Her ranged weapon of choice is a pistol, and her melee weapon of choice is a knife. And then we got Carl. Is it what you want, Carl? Is it what you wish upon our community? Carl is brave, resourceful, and determined. He is on a journey to becoming an expert marksman, having a keen eye allowing him to hit faraway targets with pinpoint accuracy. His ranged weapon of choice is a revolver. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Just Carl going crazy. Bam, 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 bam! And then we have Lori Grimes. Play the sound effects for Lori Grimes, please. Lori is trapped between a rock and a hard place. Oh, I bet you are, Lori. You're in a lot of hard places, huh? Between a lot of things, huh? A lot of stuff and things. The man she loves and his former best friend. Huh? Best friend, huh? Yeah, way to go, Lori. Just go for that one. That's a good choice. Can you change history so she lives to see her children grow up? No! Not at all, actually. Her ranged weapon of choice is a snub-nosed pistol, and her melee weapon of choice is a crowbar. And then we got my boy Glenn. We love Glenn. He was another one of my favorite characters. Amazing. I miss him. I cry every day. I cry myself to sleep. There's not a moment in my life that I'm not crying about this. Aggie. Oh, that's sad.
Glenn, I love you.
I find you.
What you did was not nice! It's not nice to do that!
Glenn is determined to show the group the kind of man he can be, and he's pretty good at sneaking past walkers when there's too many to fight. Will his romance with Maggie end happily ever after this time? I really hope so. Glenn deserves it. Maggie deserves it. Especially Maggie. Poor Maggie. Ranged weapon of choice, pistol. Melee weapon of choice, crowbar. And then we have T-Dog. It's sad that he's gone, but he sacrificed himself for Carol, and Carol turned into such a great character, so if it wasn't for him, Carol wouldn't still be on the show, so thank you, T-Dog. T-Dog is a practical and quiet man who wants to keep his people together. Will you heed his warnings, or will your choices cause him to become someone altogether different? His ranged weapon of choice is a pistol, and his melee weapon of choice is a sledgehammer. And then we have the Governor.
What the hell are you doing? We need to dig in!
The Governor will do whatever it takes to maintain control and march towards his singular vision of the future. He is a powerful enemy, to be sure, but could he make an even more powerful ally? His ranged weapon of choice is a assault rifle, and his melee weapon is a katana, which is weird. So I guess, is it Michonne's katana? I don't remember him having his own katana, but okay. So yeah, that's all the new information that was released since my last video, and I still can't believe my last video did so good. I was not expecting the video to hit 5K, so thank you guys so much for that. The fact that I can talk about something that I'm so passionate about, like The Walking Dead, it's a show that just means absolutely everything to me. I grew up with it, so I don't know. It's really cool knowing that I can make videos about it, and so many of you guys enjoy it, so yeah, thank you for that. One of the things that I'm really excited for is to find out what characters you guys really want to play the most. So comment down below letting me know what character you're most excited to play as. And for me, it's going to be Daryl. I love my boy, and it's going to be so much fun playing as him. We can't forget Philip now. He's a lot of fun. Philip. How is this guy supposed to be terrifying when his name is Philip? No offense to the Philips in the comments, but come on, guys. It's not a very terrifying name. Someone's going to write a whole book in the comments being like, listen, bud, I think Philip is actually a very scary name, and my name's Philip, and I think I'm a scary guy. I know some of you guys were saying that you were really excited to play as Rick and let him live through seasons that he wasn't in when he was out of the show, such as the Whispers and the Commonwealth, but sadly this game is only going to be covering seasons 1 through 4, so those of you that thought it would be later seasons, Sadly, we won't be getting that, but I think if this game does good enough that there's going to be some DLC, so maybe we will see something like that, because I would really love to see Rick go up against the Whisperers in the Commonwealth. I mean, he does in the comic books, but, you know, it's different for the TV show. One thing that I would really love to see for me is Carl with the Whisperers, because in the show, if you guys didn't know, Carl doesn't make it to the Whisperers. He has something happen to him. That was one of the most disappointing things in the whole series. I really didn't expect that to happen. And I would love to see how Carl reacts with the Whisperers and Lydia. And in the comic books, Lydia and Carl get together, but that doesn't happen in the TV show. So I would love to see what that would be like. It's just really interesting seeing the relationship between Carl and Lydia, and Alpha threatening Rick and being like, hey, you cross our border one more time or anything, we will kill you. You're dead. You're done, buddy. And I don't know. I would just love to see that in this game. And once again, maybe I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Maybe none of that will happen ever. Maybe this game won't even sell well and there will be no DLC. But we can only hope. I want to hope for the best. But maybe that will happen in the future. Who knows? Or how would Shane react to Carl and Lydia being a thing and Alpha threatening him? Like, there's so many different possibilities for this game to be such a good game. And once again, I'm probably getting way too ahead of myself, and none of this will probably happen. And we don't even know if there's going to be that many choices in this game that would make it this exciting. But and then the final thing that I'm going to be talking about in this video is some screenshots that I found. Nothing too exciting, but I'm happy that I found these. So the first image that we have here is Rick on top of the bus like he is in the Season 3 cover, which looks really awesome. I had a shirt of this when I was younger. I love that shirt. Such a cool design. And then we have this image of Rick and Shane aiming their weapons at each other, which I don't remember ever Rick getting out his gun and aiming it at him, but I know it's not exact, so it doesn't really matter, but yeah, that's a pretty cool image. And then we have this image of the prison, and someone is fighting off these walkers, and they have the Rick Killer jacket, which is the best jacket ever. I love that jacket. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be Shane, or if this is just some random character, or like a customized character that you can make, but this looks pretty cool. And then we have another image of Michonne hiding from some walkers, which looks cool. She has her little cloak on. And then we have Michonne arriving to the prison, which it looks like this is her first time probably getting there and meeting Rick, which looks really awesome. The only thing that confuses me about this image is I'm pretty sure at this point in the series when she made it to the prison, both of her walkers were already gone. But once again, I don't think it's exact. This is me getting way too, like, into it, like it has to be exact. But and then my most favorite image out of all of the images that I've seen is this one of Rick in the hospital with the famous door, don't dead open inside. The graphics look a lot better here. I think once again it might have been just the trailer that was released on YouTube. It just looked really bad, because these screenshots look a lot better than the trailer did, at least in my opinion. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but I think it looks pretty good. And then we have a close-up of the door, and we get to see a walker's hand coming out, which this looks like it could possibly be a cutscene. I'm not sure, but if so, then this is one of the cutscenes. So yeah, that's all the new information about the Walking Dead Destinies game. For those of you that stayed and watched the whole video, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I still can't believe I'm making videos about the Walking Dead. It's something that I love so much, and all of you are enjoying it so much, so truly thank you. I appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments what characters you're most excited to play as, and what you think of the release date, if you think it's way too soon for the game to be coming out, or if you think it's fine, and what you think of the price of the game. I have plenty more videos planned, so stay tuned for that, and until the next video, keep being ghosty.